Welcome back to another episode of the Pokemon Online Battle Series. My current rating is 1412, which is pretty good, and I'll be using a new team. It's a rain team with Toxicroak that I've just created. I've been meaning to use Toxicroak on the team, so this is gonna be my first time in this meta game. Okay, I'm up against all these threats. His team: Politoed, Scizor, Garchomp, Toxicroak, Dragonite, Jirachi. Wow, this team is quite similar to my team that I'm using with Toxicroak. This is gonna be interesting. So, what should I lead off with? Mm, he's probably let's see. You might want to take the initiative and lead off with this Toxicroak so he can take advantage of my Politoed lead. So I can lead off my Politoed. I could go to Dragonite as a multi-skill user, or could also lead off with my Toxicroak to take advantage. So, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna lead off with my Toxicroak. He leads off with his Jirachi. Looking at his team, his Jirachi might be his Stealth Rock supporter, or it could also be Garchomp. Either one of those two. In that case, it could also not be, and it could also use Body Slam or something like that. May not use Thunder. It could U-turn out. I don't think he's gonna go for a Thunder because he hasn't had his Rain up yet. So let's see. I'm gonna use Drain Punch. He uses Iron Head. He gets a critical hit, so that sucks for me because that has weakened Toxicroak to quite a degree. Only at 30% right now. That's not good. So I'm gonna switch out to Politoed, and this time he goes for Thunder, expecting the switch, cause he's already weakened my Toxicroak. So I'm gonna go to Ferrothorn now. He's probably gonna switch out. Mm, nope, he stays in. Uses Stealth Rock. Okay. So his Jirachi is a Stealth Rock supporter, and he's probably gonna go to maybe Toxicroak or Scizor. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use Leech Seed. Okay, seeded his Toxicroak, and he's probably not gonna want to stay in, so I'm gonna use Stealth Rock. He does stay in and uses Sword Stance. Okay, I'm just gonna go to Tentacruel. Actually, no, Tentacruel's not gonna do much. Um, mm, don't want to stay in and take a Drain Punch. I'm gonna have to go to Tentacruel to Rapid Spin. So I'm gonna Rapid Spin. He sets up another Sword Stance. So his Toxicroak is a big problem to my team, as well as his own team. Toxicroak is a problem, but I don't really have an option at the moment. So I'm gonna have to go to my own Politoed here. And go to my Toxicroak, and hopefully I can win the speed tie with no, actually, okay, I'm gonna go for a Sucker Punch here just to do some damage. Yeah, I was really hoping not to play off against another Toxicroak user. Dragonite's my last hope, and I can't win because he has Ice Punch most likely, but I'm guessing he doesn't. That's why he switches out. So, okay. Then he might be choice scarfed. Mm, I'm gonna finish it off with Dragon Claw. Oh, but he gets a critical hit and he is choice scarfed. Hmm. It's a timid choice scarf Politoed and he did outspeed me. Critical hit my multi-scale. So that sucks for me. Yeah, that's a game. Mm, 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 mm. Oh well, couldn't have done much, so Gyro Ball, and he's probably gonna go for Drain Punch here. He lives at 1%, he gets another critical hit. He's just getting really lucky. There's no point in continuing, so good game. Alright, let's try this team out again, because that was a pretty bad battle. Did not expect to play off against another Toxicroak, which is a weakness to this team because it is a rain team. Toxicroaks are great against opposing rain teams. So I'm up against the only exception. It's Team Tyranitar, Landersterian, Breloom, Hydreigon, Jirachi, and Keldeo. Okay. Um. Hmm. I also hate playing against Brelooms. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get up my Rain early. He's probably gonna lead off with Breloom in that case. So, um, yeah, let's see what he leads off with. Nope, he leads off with his Tyranitar, and I have my Drizzle up early over his Sandstorm. That means that I am slower than his Tyranitar. So his Tyranitar could be packing a lot of speed EVs, or is a Choice Scarf Tyranitar. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use I'm gonna use Ice Beam, expecting a switch to his Breloom. He uses Stealth Rock. Okay, it doesn't matter, but what does matter is that I got really lucky with the freeze hacks right there. Hmm. Mm, I'm gonna use Ice Beam again, expecting a switch. Actually, no, this time I don't want him to switch to Keldeo safely, so I'm gonna go for Toxic. No, he still stays in. Then I'm just gonna go to my Tentacruel if he's gonna stay in like that, and hopefully get a Rapid Spin. I'm gonna use Protect to scout his move. Use this superpower. Okay, I'm gonna use Rapid Spin now. I'm hoping it's a choice. But it's not choice, then uses Draco Meteor. Life Orb, my Tentacruel would have lived that. Tentacruel is very specially defensive, and I would have gotten the Rapid Spin, but he's critical hit me there, but so that was unfortunate for me. Because I really needed that Rapid Spin. So my multi-scale Dragonite could have Dragon Danced. Mm, okay, in that case, this puts me at a disposition. The freeze hacks on Tyranitar didn't matter too much. Mm, so I'm gonna go to my Ferrothorn. Now he's gonna switch out, and he's most likely gonna switch out to his Breloom. So I'm gonna double switch out to Toxicroak. Yep, he does go to his Breloom. Okay, and now this time I'm gonna use Ice Punch. Hopefully he stays in. If not, he's probably gonna go to his Jirachi. Yep, he stays in, thank you. And he lost his Breloom. A big threat disposed of. And it's probably gonna go to his Jirachi here. Or Thunderous Therian if he packed enough speed EVs on this Thunderstirian to outspeed my Toxic Rogue. Since he switched to it, that means he probably did. So I'm gonna go to my Politoed. Since my Politoed is very bulky, uses Rock Polish. Okay, doesn't matter. Um, I'm gonna use Ice Beam. He's gonna switch to his Hydreigon. Not a very smart play. Okay, expecting a move like Draco Meteor, but it doesn't matter. My Chansey completely walls it. And I'm gonna use Wish here for a safe switching because he's most likely gonna switch out now. And he's probably gonna switch out to maybe Jirachi or Keldeo. And he switches out to his Jirachi. Okay, I wonder what kind of Jirachi set this is. I hope it's not a substitute CM Jirachi, because that's gonna be fatal to my team. I'm gonna go to Ferrothorn. Uses U-turn, so that tells me it could be a Choice Scarf Jirachi. And he doesn't have a Choice Scarf user in his team, so it's highly likely that it is a Choice Scarf Jirachi. And since he switched to his Thunderstirion, and I know it's a rock polished Thunderstirion, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use Leech Seed on it. Use a Sword Stance. Oh, that's gonna be problematic. It's a Sword Stance rock polished Therian, so he probably has the moves Earthquake and Stone Edge. Mm, I'm gonna what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have to go for a move. I have to attack it. So I'm gonna go with Gyro Ball, hoping it does more than Power Whip. Hoping he goes with Rock Polish. He does, and it does 37%. And I'm gonna go for another Gyro Ball. I'm expecting to live an attack because Ferrothorn is very bulky. Yep, I lived the Earthquake. It does 86%, and Gyro Ball will finish it off. He goes to his Hydreigon now, so I'm gonna go to my Chansey to recover. He uses superpower. I would have lived the superpower, but he gets another critical hit, so that's a problem. I'm gonna go to my Politoed. I'm expecting a an Ice Beam here. I'm gonna protect to scout. I'm expecting a Draco Meteor here on my Politoed. Mm, he might over predict and use a move like Superpower here. So I'm going to use Ice Beam. Nope, he goes with Draco Meteor, okay. And Ice Beam does 47%. He's at 26% health. I'm going to use Protect to gain some recover. Oh, I forgot he had Roost. Oh man, that was a big mistake on my part. Hmm. Okay then, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to my Toxicroak. I'm hoping I can live any of Hydreigon's moves because it has used Draco Meteor previously. So what I'm gonna do is I'm expecting a switch to Jirachi, so I'm gonna use Drain Punch. Nope, he goes to his Tyranitar. Okay, he uses that to send up his Sandstorm. Hmm. Hmm. He's probably gonna now go to his Jirachi to flinch hacks. That's what I'm expecting. Okay, he goes to his Hydreigon. I hope I'm faster than it, but most likely not, because Hydreigon's pretty fast. Let's see. Um, yeah, I'm probably not faster than his Hydreigon. And this is probably a game, because I don't have a safe switch out. I have to go to my Ferrothorn in that case. Take the likely Draco Meteor. And now go back to my Toxicroak and use gonna have to use I'm gonna have to use Sword Stance and hope for a switch. He doesn't switch. I live, but I don't have but the Sandstorm is gonna take out my Toxicroak. He used Draco Meteor twice, so I'm hoping Dragon Knight lives. But he also does have Jirachi, which is probably Choice Scarf, and he does just enough damage for Sandstorm to finish off my Dragon Knight. But oh well, good game. So I've been getting unlucky a lot, so I'm gonna try again. And the theme I'm using right now is called Star Wars by Croak. So let's see. Against Funk Fred, his team, Abomasnow, whatever that thing's name is, I forgot. Weavile, Moltres, Tentacruel, and Slowbro. So what I'm gonna do is, it looks like a pretty weird team, Hail team. I'm gonna, I'm just gonna send in my Rain quickly, but he gets his Hail up, so that tells me his Abomasnow is slower than my Politoed. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna switch out to my Chansey. I don't want to take a likely hidden power fire on my Ferrothorn. He's probably gonna use something like Wood Hammer. So let's see. Yeah, he goes for hidden power fire. I'm gonna go back to my Politoed. I shouldn't have done that. I was not expecting him to use Wood Hammer on my Chansey as it's not gonna do much. But I'm gonna use Protect here. He uses hidden power fire. I'm gonna go to Ferrothorn. I don't know why he used Hidden Power Fire again, but I knew that Hidden Power Fire would not have done much. But he got a critical hit, and that weakens my Ferrothorn a lot. Really hoping I don't get hacks too much in this game, and hoping for a first win with Toxicroak. He's most likely gonna switch out. He has a Moltres. I'm just gonna use Gyro Ball because if he stays in, that's gonna be a bad play for him. He's gonna lose his Abomasnow, so no more Hail, 100% Rain. So that was a bad play on his part. He should have switched. I'm gonna now go to my Chansey, completely stops the Moltres, who uses Hurricane. Gonna use Wish and switch to my I'm gonna switch to Ferrothorn, hoping for some recovery. He predicts that low kick, but it doesn't matter. I was just hoping for a recovery. I have Tentacruel to take down his Weavile. And what Tentacruel has is it has Toxic Spikes, but he also has a Tentacruel, so I can't go for that yet. I'm gonna have to go for Scald. He goes to his Tentacruel. Not sure why, because his Tentacruel is not gonna do anything to my Tentacruel. And so I'm just gonna go to my Chansey and recover from Soft Boil this time. And he's gonna probably use low kick again. So I'm just gonna go to my Tentacruel. No, he uses Night Slash, which wasn't gonna do much to Tentacruel. Probably if it was Choice Band, it would probably do like about 60%, but he gets a critical hit. Another lucky play. Dang. Um, in that case, I have to go to my Dragon Knight, and I'm expecting a switch to Slowbro here. I'm gonna have to use Dragon Claw and switch back to my Chansey. I'm gonna use Wish, and this time if he goes to his Weavile, I'm not gonna switch. You know why? Cause Weavile is not gonna do much to Chansey even with low kick choice band. I'm gonna switch to my Politoed. I knew that I could take a Scald, so I'm gonna recover back my Politoed. And I'm gonna go to my Toxicroak now, because I don't know what Tentacle is gonna do to Toxicroak, because Tentacles most likely can't do much to Toxicroaks. So he's gonna probably switch to Slowbro. Um, I'm expecting a switch to Slowbro, so I'm gonna use Sword Stance. No, he stays in. Okay, I'm not sure why. I'm gonna use Sword Stance again. He's now switches to Slowbro, and I'm gonna use Sucker Punch. Nope, he uses Slack Off. I'm gonna use Sucker Punch again. I'm gonna use Drain Punch this time because it seems like he's just slacking off right now. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use Sword Stance again and use Drain Punch. So this tells me that he likely doesn't have the move Psychic and doesn't really have a way of taking down my Slowbro. I'm just gonna use Ice Punch to weaken a little. I don't want to waste my Drain Punch PP. And now I'm gonna use Drain Punch. I can switch around so I don't lose too much PP on Drain Punch if he keeps using Slack Off, which isn't gonna do much. And now he's frozen. Okay, so I do get my hacks back from being critical hit twice, so that probably evens things up. But, I'm gonna use Drain Punch now. And he's still frozen. So I'm gonna finish it off. He switches to his Moltres, which is gonna die off from my Sucker Punch. But I use his Sleep Talk. I'm gonna use Sucker Punch. Actually, no, I'm not gonna go for Sucker Punch because he has pressure, so I'm going to be losing a lot of PP. And his Moltres most likely doesn't have a. Well, his Moltres has Hurricane, and since he used Sleep Talk, that tells me it's a Rest Talk Moltres, and it's probably a bulky Moltres, meaning I'll be faster most likely, and it's not a timid natured Moltres, so I'm going to go for the Ice Punch, which is going to most likely take out his Moltres. He switches out to his Tentacle, probably expecting a Sucker Punch. Doesn't matter. I'm going to use Ice Punch. I'm faster. And this time I'm going to use Ice Punch, expecting to be faster, but no, I'm not faster. He uses Hurricane. Okay. In that case, I'm going to go to my Politoed. I know I can live a Hurricane. I'm hoping he stays in. If not, he doesn't have a safe switch out, so he's going to stay in. He gets the confusion and the 50% chance, 30% chance of confusing me, plus a 50% chance, which is 15% chance of immobilizing my Politoed. Um, hmm. Okay, doesn't matter. I'm just gonna let my Politoed die. Gonna send in my Chansey. I'm gonna use Wish, expecting a switch. He switches to Stunkfish. I'm gonna use Toxic on it. Stunkfish is not gonna do much. I'm gonna use Wish. He gets the paralysis, immobilization. He gets paralysis, immobilizes my Chansey for a turn. I'm gonna switch to my Dragon Knight since it's a choice banded Weavile. So, he's gonna use Pursuit, and I'm gonna switch back out to my Chansey. He's gonna switch most likely. He does, and I'm gonna use Soft Boil this time. So right now I'm gonna Soft Boil again just to see how much low kick would do. Only 36%, so that's great. And my Dragon Knight has Roost, so I could switch out to that. That's my last resort, but I don't need to right now. So I'm going to use Wish, because Stunkfish might live a attack from my Dragon Knight, because I know Stunkfish are bulky. Well, that's what I recall. I'm not too sure about that, but I'm pretty sure Stunkfish are bulky. But I'm just going to play safe, use Wish, use his Rest. Hmm. So it's probably a sleep talk skunkfish. Yeah. Hmm. Okay. Just gonna use seismic toss. Looks like it's gonna be somewhat of a stall. Unless he gets some luck with critical hit from Night Slash. Or paralysis. I'm gonna use Wish. So I can safely switch out to my Dragon Knight, who is gonna take Night Slash very well because of its multi-scale. And now I'm gonna use Dragon Dance. He's gonna go to his Dunkfish, probably hoping to paralyze me. I'm gonna play it safe and calculate how much Dragonite is gonna do to Stunkfish. Okay, I've calculated I do have enough power to 2 HKO his Stunkfish, so that's what I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna go for Dragon Claw. I'm hoping I don't get paralyzed. It does 48%, and I don't get paralyzed. Great. But I am at 92%. So I'm not gonna be able to live an Ice Shard from Weavile. Uh, So I'm gonna have to go for a Dragon Claw. Finishes Stunkfish. And this time I get unlucky and get paralyzed. And he's probably gonna use Ice Punch right now. Ah, dang. Because I could have lived Ice Shard. Not sure if I could have, but might. I was 3 HP away from 100. I have no other options but to stay in. So I'm gonna stay in. He uses Night Slash, and I don't get paralyzed. So great. And I think I can finish this off because Moltres is not gonna do anything to my my Chansey. So now I can switch out to my Chansey. He's a rest talking Moltres, so the most he can hope for is um well no, it's not a rest talking Moltres. It's probably a choice spec Moltres with the attack sleep talk just to take Breloom's um spore and be able to be effective. So right now he's just using hurricanes. He's gonna run out of PP at some point, so I'm just gonna use soft boils and wish just to be safe. So wish up, soft boil. I'm getting hit by confusion. Okay, and wish. And this time I'm gonna use. Can't go for an attack yet. Toxic isn't gonna do much. Safer play is to just soft boil up and wish. I got confused again. Wish and soft boil are gonna allow me to recover. At this point, I'm just hoping that I don't get hacked. And now I'm gonna use toxic. Get hit by confusion there. I'm gonna use wish again. And use toxic. Now it's gonna struggle, and that's game. Good game. This is a pretty close game.